You are looking live at Dombrowski Fieldhouse. A packed house tonight, full of Eaglet and Warrior fans ready for the first Friday night in the CHSL Central Division. The tour continues. The number 1 Eaglets against the number 2 Brother Rice Warriors. Welcome to Orchard Lake, Michigan. My name is Chad Bush, alongside Sam Stick Day. Glad to be here for this great broadcast. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Glad to bring you St. Mary's 7-0 against Brother Rice 6-1. Their first loss of the year for either squad stick. Happened on Tuesday night for Brother Rice. We'll start there. Sort of a surprising loss. They lose 61-42 in Birmingham. Odd losser to U of D, who came in there and got a big win.
Yeah, well, anytime you're playing against Sonny Wilson and company, you're capable of taking that L, and that's what happened to Brother Rice. And we actually saw up in the Gotta Get It Classic, they had a rough time guarding another quick guard from Flint Carmen Ainsworth. That was a freshman who came off the bench and it really gave him a lot of trouble. So quick guards seem to be the Achilles heel early in the season for Brother Rice.
And a quick guard tonight for Orchard Lake St. Mary's will lead them, and the hero of Tuesday night at Warren De La Salle, St. Mary's, after jumping out to a 13-point lead, held on in overtime against De La Salle 66-64. Never easy to win, never have to apologize for winning on the road in the Catholic League Central Division. Kareem Rozier the star.
Yeah, but you got to wonder how much energy that took out of these guys, and how much, when you put that much effort into a game that means so much against a powerful team, and then you got to back it up against a Brother Rice team who just came off a loss. I hope their hunger is still there. You can't rest on your laurels. You can't just be happy that you beat De La Salle. You got to come into this game with the same hunger, the same fight, and know that Brother Rice is a wounded animal right now. What's the most dangerous animal? A wounded one.
That's right. Javon Hanna led the way for St. Mary's, 23 points. Trey McKinney with 18. Kareem Rozier with 11, but the biggest was the dagger in the end, the game-winning play, the drive, the floater, the score. Kareem, a big-time bucket, and those are things that you count on with senior leaders. St. Mary's has a lot of seniors, Brother Rice with a lot of juniors that are ultra-talented.
Yeah, both. You'd take either of these as your team, right?
Yep.
Both squads have incredible players on both sides, and they play defensive well. Obviously, for Brother Rice, coming off of that loss, they want to get back on track. So we'll see if all their juniors that have been playing together so long can come together, unite, and we'll see what St. Mary's can do. And St. Mary's has senior leadership, but they're also led by a couple freshmen as well, too.
They are.
And the main one, Trey McKinney.
Trey McKinney, the top scorer and rebounder for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, the 6'4", 190-pound man-child, kid with 8 offers, and the last one coming from the University of Michigan a couple weeks ago. And Sherrod Barnes, 6th man off the bench, a defensive specialist. But you got to start with St. Mary's with Rozier. You talk about Javon Hanna, who's leading them in scoring in the last several games. This is a complete ball club, but they're still looking to play together as well. A lot of new faces. It's still an adjustment for them. They're not perfect offensively.
Yeah, coming off of last year's potential state championship team, obviously they got knocked out by Grand Blanc, but they lost, 3 of their starters, and this year it's a completely different looking team. But when you're led by a guy like Kareem Rozier, who is the facilitator, who can get everybody involved, and it's kind of like a Chauncey Billups of this team. Surround yourself around him, and he'll make sure everybody's getting theirs.
And St. Mary's was darn near perfect defensively in the first quarter of that ball game. They did not allow De La Salle to score a field goal for like the first 6 minutes of that game. They really have improved defensively upon a unit that was already strong. The additions have really helped this defensive unit.
Defensively, yes. The problem is St. Mary's has gotten out to these leads in their last couple of games, and they've let the other team back in it. They play good defense for the first 3 quarters, and then something happens in the fourth. We saw it in Grand Blanc. We saw it here, or we saw it at De La Salle. So really, St. Mary's, they got to keep that defensive intensity up the entire game.
No doubt. Orchard Lake St. Mary's 7-0, number 1, and rated 25th by Max Preps this week in the nation. A crowd expected anywhere between 600, 800. We got a lot of hype building. The heat is rising. The Warriors are here. The Eaglets are in the house. Number 1 and number 2 in the Prep Top 11 to start this week. We'll hear from the head coach, Todd Covert, coming up right after this. The pregame rolls on here on the Prep.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Welcome inside the Orchard Lake St. Mary's locker room. The Eaglets, #1 in the state. Head coach Todd Covert getting them set to take on Brother Rice. The first Friday night of the Catholic League Central Division in 2022. The excitement, we got a hint of it the other night in your thrilling overtime win. The momentum just builds and the excitement continues this week.
Yeah, we got to stay focused. You know, good or bad, we've got to kind of endure through this this gauntlet of a Catholic league because there's going to be ups and downs, and we just got to maintain our focus. You know.
Maintain a focus against a Brother Rice team that came in #2 in our poll this past week, and they lost. As you mentioned, this league very tough. They lost at home by 20 points to UAD. What did you see in film? Were you surprised? What are your thoughts on the result on Tuesday?
Yeah, I was obviously a little surprised at the margin. I mean, I wasn't surprised that UAD won. You know, anybody can beat anybody on any given night here. You know, I think it was just one of those games for Brother Rice. That's, you know, it's not them. They're way too much. They're way too talented to repeat that tonight. So.
The opponent on Tuesday night in that matchup, you guys win a tight game, and your team was tested, and it's come down to the wire. Not so much this season. This was a good chance for your team to prove themselves in late game situations. Yeah,
I mean, you know, I don't think we really executed very well against De La Salle, and you know, a lot of that goes on them. I mean, they make you uncomfortable. They make you not be able to execute. So. You know, a lot of it was, you know, their ability to do it to us, and a lot of it, and I thought we had a few mental breakdowns at times and lost focus. So, but it was a great game.
Talk about this series with Brother Rice, a team that you've dominated, winning 6 straight games over them. Always a challenge. They've been much better as of late. But the matchup tonight specifically, what are the things that are most intriguing that fans can watch for?
I mean, there's probably 5 or 6 major Division I players on the team. I mean, probably Country Day, the last time 2 teams have played in here with so many high major recruits. So it'll be fun. Hopefully, it's a good game.
What can you say about Kareem Rozier, a guy that wants to take a shot like that and a guy that executes a shot like that and finishes? Mm-hmm. He's everything you'd want in a senior point guard, right?
Yeah, he is. He's a gamer. He's a leader. He is invaluable to this team. I don't think you could put a point total on what Kareem means to this team, defensively, leadership-wise, keeping everyone together. It's worth a lot. So,
all the best tonight, and we appreciate your time as always. Look forward to catching up soon enough.
All right, thanks, Chad.
That's Todd Covert. The starting lineups are next. From Orchard Lake, it's St. Mary's. It's Brother Rice. This is the Prep.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate!
Welcome back to the home of the Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglets. 4 state titles in basketball. Their illustrious boys basketball history. Brother Rice with a state title as well in 1974. And these two schools going at it Back on Tuesday, we told you UAD knocked off Brother Rice 61-42. St. Mary's won in overtime 66-64. At Detroit Catholic Central had to come from behind to beat Hamtramck. CC once led by double digits in that game. They trailed in the game, came back to win it 60-57 at home over the Cosmos. Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Detroit Catholic Central will go at it next week on Tuesday. And we're trying to figure out if we can get that game in. We've got a Motor City Cruise basketball game, and it's all on the shoulders of Ali Hadi. More on that later. Sam Stick Day is in the house. Your thoughts on this matchup between these two schools, and what better action to have, something they haven't had here in 2 years, Stick, a full crowd for a game. We're about to see an exciting atmosphere in Dabrowski they have not seen in a couple seasons.
Yeah, and whenever you have two rivals going at it as well, it's always fun to be a part of this. I mean, you can feel the energy in the gym. The student section for St. Mary's is looking big. You see some students from Brother Rice here, so you know the crowd is going to be into it. It's going to be loud. And really, for Brother Rice, I'm looking for them to take advantage with their size. They seem to be a little bit bigger on average at every position, and if they can take advantage of that size and give St. Mary's some issues on that end, it may cause some problems. And if I'm Orchard Lake St. Mary's, I'm looking at using my speed and athleticism. You know, Trey McKinney, the freshman, we talked about him a little bit earlier. I'm sure we're going to be talking about him a lot during this game. He's got the size to compete with some of the big boys over here for Brother Rice. So I would expect a decently big game out of him. And we talked about Javon Hanna coming over. You know, defense is something that he's been really focusing on, and he's been getting a lot better, like little by little by little, and it'll be interesting to see if he can be a lockdown defender today as well.
It will. You talk about Brother Rice and their big guns. They've got all juniors. Well, 4 juniors of the 5 in the starting lineup are juniors, and their best player is Curtis Williams, a 6'6 junior, wears number 22. He's got over double-digit offers, Alabama amongst them. He's their best player. He's a guy that we saw go off at Renaissance High School earlier this year. We saw him do good things Saturday. He's an electric scorer, a guy that can get his anytime, but he's got help. And all 6'4 to 6'6 guys, you talked about the size. Jonathan Blackwell, the point guard, 6'4", a plus point guard, a guy that has Mid-American Conference offers. Xavier Thomas, 6'5 junior, Mid-American Conference level player. Henry Garrity, a guy that's getting some looks, also some football love, but 6'4", can shoot it, a junior. And then Keithan Gilmore, 6'5", a sophomore big man. So they've got size, like you said, and they've got some skill, too, with that size.
Yep.
They're just a streaky team, but boy, can they ever shoot the blood out of the basketball when they get rolling.
Yeah, and you know, probably one of the unsung heroes on their team is where's he at? I lost his name. Garrity. Garrity is, to me, one of the best shooters that they have. But they have so much talent around him that he kind of gets lost in the shuffle. But you leave him alone in the corner, you're probably going to pay for that.
No doubt. The starting lineups are next. We're getting set for CHSL Central Division action. This is Full Court Prep. We're glad you're with us live from Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Brother Rice and OLSM, get ready. Come on back, won't you?
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Bowman breaking the house and bringing the house down. Let's meet the starters for tonight. His son, Lord Bowman, the second former Eaglet at Wisconsin. Let's meet the starters. Jonathan Blackwell is the point guard, a very good one, a junior, 6'5", and a transfer from a year ago, leads them, can score it, can dish it, and one of the best in the Catholic League. Xavier Thomas is a forward on this team, 6'5", junior, Division I prospect, and a kid that can shoot it quite well and also work the post. A dual threat player, no doubt. Henry Garrity is a shooting guard. He's 6'4". He plays football too. He's a tight end prospect, and he can lock it down. He can shoot it. That's his thing. Curtis Williams is their best player. He's 6'6". He's a junior. He's got offers from Alabama and many others. He's a great player, can shoot it, score at all three levels, and part of what Brother Rice does so well, hit it from the long line. Keithan Gilmore is a sophomore. He's 6'5", and he starts down low. Rick Palmer is their fourth-year head coach, and he's assisted by Leon McDonald, Vernon Carr, and Laddie Andahazy. Their athletic director is Jeff Calcaterra. And now let's meet the starters for the #1 ranked Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglets. They'll start with Kareem Rozier, the commit to Duquesne at the point guard spot, the hero from Tuesday night on the road at De La Salle. His game-winning floater in the paint, and the 5-footer gave St. Mary's their 2-point win. Jack Crichton, a senior, committed to Michigan to play baseball. He's a do-it-all type kid at the shooting guard spot, has some range as well. Javon Hanna, a candidate to win Mr. Basketball in the state of Michigan, say no more. A transfer in the offseason from the Bates Academy. DC Temple is in the middle. He's a Central Michigan University football commit at tight end, defensive end. He is a center, and he is the starting 5 for Todd Covert, the head coach in his 7th year, assisted by associate head coach Leonard Karshnia. Brad Crichton and Marcus Webster are the assistants. Now then, Chad Bush and Sam Stickday with you. Stick, here we go. St. Mary's in white has the basketball. A lot of fun ahead.
You can already tell the fans are into it right off the bat. A shot from the corner.
3-ball no good from Javon. DC Temple corner 17-footers good. And it's 2-0 St. Mary's, 16 seconds gone by.
I'll tell you this, if DC Temple's hitting that baseline jumper, St. Mary's is going to be in a good position this evening.
Fair to say. Henry Garrity between the rings for Brother Rice, 6-1, #2 in our top 11 in Metro Detroit. We saw him on Saturday in the Gotta Get It Classic, a wonderful tournament. 3-ball no good off the mark, and St. Mary's with a rebound with the smallest kid on the court, Kareem Rozier. 2-0 Eaglets.
It's interesting to see the defensive matchups early on, who Brother Rice is choosing to put on St. Mary's and vice versa. We saw St. Mary's putting Jack Crichton on Brother Rice's best player, number 22, Curtis Williams.
I think an interesting matchup here, Stick, is Trey McKinney being checked by Xavier Thomas. And you talked about that speed. I think that's going to be an interesting matchup there. Kareem starts, stops, the hezzy, the lay-in, no. DC Temple stick back, no. And Garrity with a big boy rebound. Here comes Rice.
It's going to be a physical game. You can already see it, boxing out for rebounds and just playing solid defense for both sides.
Curtis Williams stick back 16-footer short. Temple showed up early and grabs the biscuit. Trey on the left corner. The fabulous freshman against Garrity works him, fade away. Too strong. DC Temple again, his 3rd rebound on 3 possessions of the offensive variety. And here comes X on the run to the bucket. Step back, 16-footer corner, no. And Brother Rice has yet to find a bucket. Javon wants to run. 1-on-1, crossover, elbow, jumper, no. Both teams cold.
And that's usually his spot on the floor. If he can get to that elbow, he's pretty consistent knocking down that jumper.
Yep. These teams are playing for the 52nd time all-time in a series that started in 1984. Garrity left point, right point, Thomas. Brother Rice 6-1. Their only loss coming on Tuesday night. They rattled off 6 straight to start the year. Grand Blanc to start it, their best win of the year. Lakeshore, Waverly, Renaissance, Warren Mott, and Carmen Ainsworth. Garrity, nowhere to go. Dribble drive down the boulevard, laying good. And a blown assignment as Gilmore lays it in and hits the deck hard in Orchard Lake.
Yeah, I'm going to want to see that on replay. I didn't see St. Mary's player get a piece of him, but he fell hard, and he was looking for the and one.
We're tied at 2, 5:23 left as we get another look at what was that all about.
Yeah, he had a wide open lane and was able to drive it.
Parted like the Red Sea. I mean, nobody had Gilmore, and I think he was expecting somebody to take a charge maybe.
Yeah, it looked like DC may have brushed up against him, threw him off. And, I mean, when you're going that hard at the rim, any type of little action can throw you off your balance. So I'm glad he's up and running.
So the least of the scoring threats gets Brother Rice on the board first. 5:10 left. Kareem sets it up against his stingy Brother Rice defense. Step back, 18-footer, too strong and long.
And this is what we were talking about, Brother Rice's size. They have size at every position. If you're going to run a pick-and roll with Kareem, no matter who switches on him, is going to be a 6'4", 6'5" guy. So he's going to have to figure out how to get that shot up and over the Brother Rice defense.
Yep. It's a very good shooting team for Brother Rice. Williams, Garrity, and Thomas, their best shooters. Blackwell good too. Very good in transition offense. Some good finishers around the rim. Corner 3 is blocked by Hannah from Garrity. Blackwell with a pickup. Fadeaway, free throw line jumper short. And the cold shooting both ways continues. Cutting Hannah. Slam is down. And the rim is rocking in Dombrowski early.
Dombrowski also rocking. Not only the dunk, but the no-look pass.
No time to waste, Brother Rice. It's an early bucket from Williams, but the crowd is a rocking on a hammer from Javon. And what a find from Kareem.
Hopefully that wakes both teams up today, right? You know, their shooting's getting better. Both teams got a nice, easy bucket, so let's carry that momentum.
Jim already steaming in here in Orchard Lake this Friday night. Trey on the left wing. Orchard Lake having a hard time finding any room. Mid-post to DC. They help, and we get a block that's going to go on Blackwell. Looked like incidental contact, but Brother Rice will pick it up.
Yeah, you could tell he was trying to draw the charge there. He was definitely not forced to the ground. Look at this no-look pass and the one-handed jam. A way to get up and over the defender on that, too.
How about that? Look at that feed. That feed, that feed, that feed. Look at that feed from Kareem. Man, oh, man. 3-ball McKinney, Splash City. 5-0 St. Mary's run, and the first points of the night from one of the best freshmen in the country.
And that's the thing about Trey McKinney. You look at him, he's a big kid. You think he's going to be great on the block, but he has range.
Can do it all. Humble young man, class president of the freshman class. Thomas off the bounce, blocked from behind by Crichton. Rebound loose, and Hannah swipes it away. The sticky figure defense. Kareem out of control a bit, but saves it back to Jack and a reset for OLSM.
This is a good possession right here for St. Mary's. I mean, to go up 2 scores in this type of game is going to be huge. This is going to be a tight game throughout.
Trey, step back, free throw line jumper, no good. Blackwell with the rebound. Here comes JB on the push. Brother Rice in black. This game last year was a game ender. Zavi Bowman for 3, no.
If you're St. Mary's, you'll live with that all game.
Yep. Both teams will settle. If anybody wants to take a 19-footer, please. Trey couldn't get it to go. X the other way. Shot up, no, but a block on Kareem, who was not set. And free throws coming for Thomas.
I like the way the officials are calling this game early, though. They're letting them be a little bit physical when they get down into the lane, and I like that. Let the players decide.
Early on, the shooting numbers are miserable. St. Mary's is shooting 25%. Brother Rice is shooting 22%.
I hope you had the under.
7-4. 2:26 left. You know that's coming.
And you've seen a couple players slip on the floor, and you wonder because there's so many people in here, it's so hot, if some of that moisture is getting onto the wood of the floor and causing some feet to slip.
No doubt. Garrity checks out. Back into the lineup for Brother Rice is number 24, Keithan Gilmore. Meanwhile, Bart Kapusa checks in for the Eaglets. Jack Crichton sits down. DC Temple sits down. And also into the game is the freshman Sherrod Barnes, number 0. Brother Rice free throws coming, 2 of them. They trail 7-4.
I like the way both these teams are feeling each other out in this first quarter, and they're both giving it their all. And you knew that Brother Rice was not going to come in here and take this lightly, especially after that loss to UAD. They need to come in and play their A game, and so far they're doing it defensively.
Yep. Rick Palmer's team taking more pride in defense this year. Really likes his team and their approach. You know they're coming out tonight. Back-to-back losses in this league for anybody is unfathomable if you want to win, right?
And uncharacteristic, honestly.
Sure. Hannah, crafty move to get loose from 10 feet. No. Bart Kapusa back to Javon for 3. No. Zavi with a rebound. The cold shooting of the 15-degree night is prevalent.
Yeah, this game may come down to whose player gets hot faster.
Lob down low to Gilmore. Double teamed and the sophomore keeps it. Baseline left, but not without a little double team.
And you got to like Kapusa in the game, man. The way he played against De La Salle, he actually got the start to match up some size versus size to go with De La Salle's big fella.
Yeah.
And he's athletic.
Distracts with high hands and distracts for a turnover. Kareem the other way. Splash City. St. Mary's their largest lead of 5 with 1:35 left in the first. Williams with the answer. It's an air biscuit. Bowman's got his back.
And he's hearing it from the crowd, and then a turnover by Brother Rice. That's going to get the crowd into it.
4 Eaglets have scored in this game. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 87 seconds left in this exciting first quarter already. The student section, the Red Rowdy, getting fired up. We're back in a moment to Dombrowski.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
52nd meeting all time. The series started in '84 and paused for about 7 years, but St. Mary's has owned this series 37-14. They lead it all time. Currently on a 6-game win streak in the series, and they've won 12 of the last 13. The exciting buzzer beater last year, and then Brother Rice won the first 4 meetings in this series to start it back in '84. Back to the action. 10-5 St. Mary's by 5. Kareem with another 3. This time might have been blocked out of bounds. No, they're going to say it was just an air ball.
Yeah, trading air balls here. Both student sections getting a chance to chant.
The old scoreboard air ball. Both student sections representing. 1 minute left. St. Mary's active defensively. Todd Covert saying, look, we cannot allow Brother Rice to get loose in transition. Have to have him play in the half court, but the half court offense has been productive when it's gone through Keithan Gilmore, who has 4 points in this game.
That was a nice strong take and a nice pass to get him in great position to just lay it up and in, but that was not an easy layup.
No, it wasn't. Warren Marshall is checked in for Brother Rice. Bowman is checked out. Sherrod Barnes, the freshman, left point. Right point for Javon Hanna, the Western Michigan Bronco commit. Kick out, left corner, Sherrod for 3, no. Williams with the board. Brother Rice with the last possession. Marshall out. Williams for the tie, and he got it. The banger. 10-10 with 5 seconds left. Kareem with a rock. Step back three at the buzzer, no. And the buzzer sounds, and this quarter ends about how it was played.
Yeah, tight quarter, 10-10. Both teams pretty much playing even throughout. They're both not shooting the ball well, so that goes to show you defense has been the key here. Both teams are big, they're physical, and they know how to get in the lanes.
We've got an exciting more 8 minutes of basketball here. Full court prep, Catholic League Central Division action. How about this play? Javon Hanna with a hammer. That got the crowd hyped. A lot of defense in the first quarter. A lot more ahead. Stick around.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Todd Cover looking snazzy in his 7th year, 92 grad. Talked to his mom, Sue, before the game. Always fun to hear from her. She's a great supporter of the prep. Thank you very much, Sue. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate everybody out there watching. Full court prep. We're here to bring you the best teams and the best games. Brother Rice and St. Mary's going at it, number 1 and number 2. Gilmore on the wing, back to Garrity, who's checked in. Pull-up elbow jumper flat, rebound Trey, 2-on-2. We'll see what McKinney does here. Starts, stops, and turns it over. And we saw this on Tuesday against De La Salle. Look, he's not perfect. He does a lot of things well, but Trey McKinney's human, and he turns it over sometimes.
Yeah, he had a couple bad passes thrown into the crowd against De La Salle, but, you know, that's what you get with a freshman. Some inconsistency, but overall the talent is there. You're not going to take him out of the game just because of a couple turnovers here and there.
No doubt. Blackwell, dish down low. 5 points for Williams to lead the way. Thomas for 3, no. And Blackwell earns a hustle reward there, drawing the foul on St. Mary's.
Yeah, Kareem Rosiel had a hold of his arm and wasn't allowing him to get to the play. But, you know, sometimes the officials don't see that. You can get away with it. This time, caught with the hand in the cookie jar.
Kareem gets a bit of a breather.
Yeah, look at him under the basket right there, just holding on to that left arm.
Yep. That's Kareem's second foul now. He'll check out 1 minute into the second quarter. St. Mary's man-to-man against his Brother Rice offense. An offense that can shoot it. Williams for 3, no. And the rebound on Brother Rice over the back this time.
But that's the guy who needs to get going for Brother Rice. Williams is going to be their streak shooter. He's going to be the guy. If they need to go on a run, it's going to start with him. So expect him to get involved. And he hit that big 3 earlier, so you thought that would get him going. And if he gets on a roll, look out.
Streaky shooters. Trey fadeaway, long corner right, no. And here comes Blackwell on the push.
Looks like they were trying to isolate Xavier on the block, just couldn't get him the ball against Sherrod.
It's a good matchup for them. Although Sherrod's quite the defender, we'll see it here. Step back, 19-footer, and that is a jump ball. And the possession arrow will go to St. Mary's. How about that?
Yeah, I know Sherrod wanted a push-off call there, but that's really just Xavier being a big guy. You know, a little bit of nudge, the defender goes flying. He got a nice look at an open jumper. He's another streaky shooter. It's just this season so far in the games we've watched, he really doesn't have that confidence that he had really when he was like a freshman for Brother Rice.
That's right. Yeah, it's funny how guys develop at different points, regain development. Handoff DC Temple to Sherrod Barnes, the freshman. Looking to find somebody, and he traveled. So the turnovers for St. Mary's in this game starting to mount up just a bit. Well, it's just the third turnover for St. Mary's.
Yeah, but
2
every
for Rice.
possession in a 10-10 game like this it seems like that's like 5 turnovers, essentially.
That's true.
So it may only be 3, but those are 3 big possessions, and 2 of those turnovers coming by the freshmen. So
Curtis Williams with offers from Alabama, Maryland, Tennessee State, LIU Brooklyn, Toledo, Tulane, VCU. Curtis Williams on cue sticks it and gives Brother Rice their first lead of the game. Williams now with 7, and a foul on the floor here
before the shot. But as we were talking about, Williams has to be the guy, and he was that on that play. That was a nice take. They were double teaming him, triple teaming him, but he still found a way to get to the rim and get an easy hoop.
Rick Palmer really likes the way that Curtis Williams can score at so many different levels. He's added layers to his game this year, the slashing and the rebounding, something he didn't do as much a year ago. Crichton for 3, no. Trey McKinney, power layup back, no. But a foul on Curtis, and that'll be his first.
And I like what Trey McKinney did there. He used his big body to get into the bigger body of the other defender, and that's what you do when you're on the block against a shot blocker. You create contact. You take away his ability to jump and block your shot, and that was a savvy move by a freshman.
And to get good position, Todd Cover says the feel he has for the game, it's just not normal. This guy was in Wednesday morning after St. Mary's had beat De La Salle in overtime on the road. At 5:30 in the morning, he came into the gym right here at Nebraska and was working on his shot and worked out for an hour, hour and a half. Todd Cover said he does all this on his own, and that's why he's so good. Certainly gifts, but this kid is driven.
And that's what separates the goods from the greats, right? The extra work ethic.
No doubt. And there's a bump on the perimeter 35 feet from outside. And it's the first on DC, but not one Todd Covert wants to see from his 6'7" center.
What's happened there? The ball went into the stand somehow.
The Red Rowdies got a piece of the pigskin, or the pill, whatever they call it in basketball.
The rock.
The rock, thank you. Williams kick out, Garrity, dead spot right, bullseye.
And that is a perfect Brother Rice offense. If they could draw it up like that every time, the double team came at Williams, Garrity was left open at the top of the key. He found the open man, easy three-pointer for Garrity.
Williams drawing all the attention right now, leads him with 7 points. Javon dribbles it off his shoe. Got an odd English hop back to Trey, 16-footer flat again. St. Mary's settling for outside shots. Brother Rice happy for that, aren't they?
Well, it's Brother Rice's size. That's the issue. They got to shoot up and over these 6'4" guys, 6'5", no matter what the position.
Brother Rice with their largest lead of 4 with 4:10 to go until halftime. They've come out with a purpose tonight. Thomas pull up mid-post jumper, got it. 17-11, and the Brother Rice run is now 7-0 as their lead grows to 6. Timeout, Todd Covert.
It's a good timeout by Todd Covert. Things are tilting on getting out of control right now.
Want to tell you about our latest additions to our sponsorship team. We got 2 new sponsors today. How about that? Sometimes you wake up and you get a sponsor, sometimes you get 2. And we're blessed to have a couple new members of our team. Want to first tell you all about TJ Zawicki and the wonderful real estate program they have going on. TJ Zawicki, reach out to him, one of the top realtors around. And this is a guy that's doing it well. Reach out to him, 248-321-5914. Or you can email him at tjzsells@gmail.com. And look, this guy, 23 years of experience, and that matters. Experience matters in real estate, 100%, hundreds of millions in sales, and a modern agent with unmatched marketing and response time, a professional photography and tours, guaranteed to exceed your expectation and to get results and to treat you as he would his own family. Give him a call. TJ Zawicki, Real Estate Sales and Marketing Executive, 248-321-5914. Brother Rice by 6, 3:34 to go. Lay-in DC Temple on the nice setup from Jack Crichton.
Yeah, that was a nice look. DC Temple has been the most consistent scorer for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and that's honestly not something Orchard Lake St. Mary's really wants, but they'll take it right now.
That's right. The 5th lowest score in the starting 5 for both these teams has been productive tonight. And sometimes that happens in games like this. 4-point lead for Brother Rice. It's been as big as 6. St. Mary's lead has been as big as just 5. Blackwell, left wing 3 in front of this Eaglet bench, no. Ripped down rebound, Jack, and here they come. Crichton dribble drive baseline, bumped on his way. That's the 5th team foul, 3:01 left. 2 more before there's a penalty.
Going back to that timeout by Todd Covert, though, things have kind of settled down since then. Like I was saying, you could feel the momentum in this game getting a little bit out of control, and Brother Rice was doing a great job of taking advantage of it. The timeout has kind of settled some things down for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and we'll see how that plays out.
We shall. 3 ball, no. Under 3 minutes left. Brother Rice basketball. St. Mary's from downtown, just 2 of 9. Brother Rice also 2 of 9. That's 22%. Garrity 3 from the corner, no. But a foul that's going to go on Javon Hanna. And that is a tough foul to give up.
Yeah, that was it was a closeout foul. Those are tough, though. You want your guys to close out on the ball. You want to get a hand in his face. You want to contest every shot, but sometimes you get caught like that.
These two teams are meeting for the 5th time in the last 2 years. St. Mary's and Brother Rice played 3 times in 2020, with St. Mary's winning all 3 as we get a look here in the corner and that foul. Yep. Players are getting so creative with drawing that foul, too.
Yeah, we were talking about Garrity earlier as being one of their pure shooters, and you can even tell on his free throw stroke. It's just nice, smooth, silky. This kid could sit there all day and hit free throws.
Out of the lineup goes Keithan Gilmore. Xavier Thomas back in for Brother Rice. The free throws are all good. Garrity has 6, 3 from the free throw line and 3 from downtown. And it's a 7-point Brother Rice lead, their largest, with 2:30 left. Kareem to the rack, lay-in, all too easy, and it stops the bleeding.
And that was all set up with the pick up top. He was able to bury his man behind the pick and just beat him. Nobody could recover into the lane to stop him. But Kareem Rozier says, thank you.
He hides well.
It's like a fullback or a running back coming out behind the big lineman.
Could you imagine if he was added to the running back arsenal?
It's always interesting when these guys cross sports, you know?
Yeah. And the same token, could you imagine if Marcus Ray played basketball? Brother Rice's.
Fun facts about Marcus Ray, he lives in my neighborhood.
Get out of here.
I pass his house every day.
Oh, my goodness.
The only reason I know is because Brother Rice has signs in their seniors' front yards, and it's a Ray sign right in his front yard.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to give his address to the folks
I do not, because then that's close to mine.
Kareem Rozier for 3, and that cuts it to 2. Kareem now with 8 points to lead the Eaglets.
Looked like Garrity thought about pulling the trigger from the beak.
Stay hot, kid. Williams to the rack, no. Crichton with a stop and a frustration foul on Williams. That'll be his 2nd. Another masterful job by Jack Crichton defensively.
Jack Crichton is tough defensively, and you look at him, his legs are, they're like, he's got thighs all the way down his legs. Like his calves are as big as, he can't be moved, and that's the good thing, and that's why he's such a defender. You can bump him, but his balance is there.
Played great defense, and Tuesday night's St. Mary's win against De La Salle also hit a couple big shots down the stretch. Sherrod Barnes running the show. Left point to Jack. Sherrod already with an Eastern Michigan offer as a freshman. He has it between the rings now against Warren Marshall. High ball screen Temple. McKinney loves that step back, and that's why a fresh flush for the freshman. Eaglets tie it at 20. Well, we ended the first quarter 10-10. It would be fitting, wouldn't it, if we end the second quarter 20-20?
I mean, the way these two teams are playing, yes, I love this game, and this is exactly what we expected coming in. And honestly, it's the first time St. Mary's has been tested in a couple games. They've gotten out to big double-digit leads in their last two games, blown them down the stretch. But this game, they've had to play hard the whole time.
Yep. Blackwell waits for Thomas. Goes off screen, goes to the rack, stripped by Barnes, out of bounds, back to St. Mary's. Oh, the freshman with go-go gadget arms and sticky fingers, causing all kinds of defensive havoc, per usual.
And a little offense for defense sub right now for Todd Covert. That was great. Ball down, hit him in the leg. Great defense.
5 seconds left across the timeline. Kareem, left-hand dribble, dead spot left, three. Wave it off. He pushed off. And it'll be Brother Rice basketball with 1.5 seconds left. No basket, offensive foul.
That's his third, too.
That's big.
Yeah, that's tough, too, to pick it up on an offensive foul. But that's going to play out during this game. We're going to see a lot more Sherrod Barnes.
Sherrod Barnes had about a 5-second sit. 1.5 seconds left, three-quarter entry. Thomas throws it up. Barnes breaks it up, and that's how this half ends. 20-20. At half, Brother Rice and St. Mary's. Brother Rice led by as many as 7. St. Mary's led by as many as 5. We got a dandy. We expected it. Thanks so much for watching. We are The Prep. Welcome back to Orchard Lake, Michigan. At the break, we're tied at 20 aside with high scores in this ball game. We take a look for Brother Rice. They were led by Curtis Williams, 7 points, 6 points for Henry Garrity, 4 points for Keithan Gilmore, 3 for Xavier Thomas. Orchard Lake St. Mary's was led by 8 points for Kareem Rozier, 6 points for Trey McKinney, 4 points for DC Temple, and 2 points for Javon Hanna. And that's it for St. Mary's. The Eaglets shoot 30% from the floor. Brother Rice shoots 30% from the floor. St. Mary's shoots 27% from downtown, 3 of 11. And Brother Rice shoots 2 of 9 from downtown. Let's take a look at the highlights. Let's get right at them, Stick. And tell us all about what you thought of this first half.
I mean, it was a low-scoring first half, so we're pretty much going to look at every bucket. There was an easy bucket by Kareem Rozier. Actually, a lot of Kareem's points have come in the easy fashion, a wide-open three and a wide-open layup. There we see a tough layup by Brother Rice, and they were really getting after it against St. Mary's for a while. Williams got a little bit of a streak going. He had 2 baskets and an assist in a row. You see him getting in the lane here with a nice little pull-up jumper. And it's just been a tight game, tightly contested on both sides of the ball. Big physical play down low for both teams. St. Mary's, we talked about it early in the game, they have a bit of a size disadvantage against Brother Rice, and Brother Rice has done a good job of forcing St. Mary's to take shots over big, long defenders.
Yeah. And we've seen at times a lot of both defenses clog up space and force these teams to settle. I wonder in the second half what we're going to see more of, and if these offenses are going to get a little bit looser. But right now, we've got a dandy of a CHSL Central Division matchup. We do have another score from 2 other scores from out of town. Our hard-working staff here in our scoreboard room is providing us a little bit here. And we've got Warren De La Salle at Catholic Central with a 3-point lead with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. So De La Salle in another tight one. We expect this all season long in the Central Division. And then also we've got a final. Detroit King knocks off Detroit Denby 63-38. We will have next Friday a doubleheader. That's right, a doubleheader, an unprecedented one. And we will have a couple of games. We'll have Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and we will also have Detroit King and Detroit Cass Tech. A 4 o'clock start and a 7 o'clock start. I know we haven't spoken about it yet, but you're going to be involved.
Okay.
You're going to be involved. This is late breaking stuff.
Yeah, it's news to me.
Yeah, it was news to me just before we got here. It was a late signing, so we got a 1 week's notice. That's like a long term. Wait a minute, I gave you guys a 1 week notice. We're used to like a couple days. Hey, we're doing a 10-team tournament. You want to go?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, early in this season, all these games that we've been able to do, they've all been great. It's been really good basketball here in the state of Michigan as of late. And just being able to see all these top-end athletes, these D1 athletes compete against each other. And, I mean, look at all the D1 athletes we're watching tonight. I mean, pretty much 10 on the floor at one time.
Yeah, in one sport or another.
Right.
So we approach the second half. And we're so happy that you're here with us. Dabrowski Fieldhouse, a beautiful 36-building campus. And it's a packed house. Nobody else is allowed here. And if you were sold out and you were told you can't come in, hey, look, that's part of the rules. And you can watch us on the prep. And we're glad, and that's why we're here for reasons like that. We got the start of the second half coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. Brother Rice and St. Mary's, number 1, number 2. Going to decide some things here on a Friday night.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
My name is Chad Bush. His name is Sam Stick Dave. Welcome back to halftime. Orchard Lake St. Mary's Prep. 625 students fine institution. Division I, boys and girls, state champs 4 times. Todd Covert in his 6th year. Kalen Lucas, the Big Ten Player of the Year, his sophomore year at Michigan State. St. Mary's, the 4th winningest basketball program in the state of Michigan. Tied at 20, second half begins. And it starts with a Gilmore miss and a Trey rebound and a near turnover on that wing.
And it looks like a jammed finger, too, trying to get that steal. Coming over to the bench, Xavier. And he goes straight to the bench and sits down. That is a major, major story for Brother Rice.
Yes, it is. We'll keep an eye on that.
Ooh, he looks in pain.
That's Xavier Thomas on the bench and getting some attention. We hope he's fine and returns.
Yeah, you want to see these two teams compete with being healthy and every weapon that they have.
You bet. Drive to the hole, count it, and the foul. Trey McKinney.
Oh, here comes Xavier checking right back into the game, so it looks like he will be okay. But talk about that take by Trey McKinney right there. You could tell maybe at halftime, Todd Covert said, hey, you know what, start being more aggressive. You mentioned he was taking some fadeaway jump shots, trying to get over those big defenders. Just no, go at him. Use your speed.
Yeah. It works there, and it looks like there was a message delivered. Free throw is no good. St. Mary's by 2, 7:20 left, third quarter just underway.
I'm curious as why St. Mary's didn't have anybody trying to box out for that rebound out there. They had 4 defenders back on the defensive end, nobody for the rebound.
They're setting up their 3-2 zone, a different look. Garrity 3, no good. A little wrinkle in the system. Trey McKinney leak out layup, good. How about the find from Kareem from 3/4 court? That was fresh too.
Smart play by DC Temple too, not going after that because he was close to thinking that pass was for him.
2 guys in the same area.
Yeah.
Braden Layden, the quarterback for St. Mary's. May have seen that at a time or two. Blackwell in this 3-2 zone. Right corner, Williams 3, got it. That's a zone buster, and that's the 10th point of the night for Curtis Williams.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. Zone buster. You find your open shooter, and if you can knock down those threes, St. Mary's will get out of that zone real quick.
Yep, cuts it to 1. Whip pass down to Kareem on the block. The little guy getting crafty, and Trey, good hustle, but a 3-on-1 for Brother Rice. Curtis Williams laying good. And Brother Rice has regained the lead, 25-24 on the 12th point for Curtis Williams.
And Javon Hanna's second dunk of the night. A little bit of goaltending, but that was going in anyways.
Sure. Sure was. A guy that can really finish. Gets his shot off in very little space, too. Trey lost it out of bounds, but kicked it maybe off Thomas. He did.
And watching Thomas, and he's not going at his finger, and he's not trying to hold it, so it looks like that was just a little stinger.
Ball out of bounds, baseline left for St. Mary's. McKinney and Thomas jockeying for position. Right wing to Javon. Spins, attacks, puts it up, and is going line left. And yeah, the message was pretty clear.
Attack.
Attack and don't settle.
Yeah. Well, they didn't get to the line a lot in the first half, and Kareem Rozier got into foul trouble for St. Mary's, and nobody really for Brother Rice was in foul trouble. So they really started to do this, and it's paid off early in the second half here.
Sure has. Line left for Javon Hanna, kid who's played at his 3rd school now. Mount Clemens, he started and moved on to the Bates Academy. Bates Academy shut down last year.
Well, they lost Bates.
He was homeless.
He lost Bates.
We lost
no
Bates.
Academy.
No Bates, no Academy. And the Eaglets welcomed him into their nest. He's headed to Western Michigan to be a Bronco.
And, of course, Amani Bates playing for Memphis right now with Penny Hardaway.
How's he doing down there?
You know what? The one game I watched, not too impressive. It's really interesting to see how he's translated to the high school game or the college game because, it was him and Chet as the kids coming out of high school. And Chet's done really well at Gonzaga.
Yep.
We haven't heard much about Amani Bates on the national level out of Memphis yet.
Yeah.
We will.
Sure. There's a turnover, Xavier Thomas. 3-on-2 for St. Mary's. Javon to the rack, and Thomas stripped him. That was clean.
I don't know if that was clean, but it was a strip.
Thomas the other way. Euro step lay-in is really smooth. And Brother Rice has built this lead back up to 2 with the 5th point of the night for the X-Man. Lob, DC from Kareem, gathers, left hand lay-in, too easy, and that's something they could maybe do again, Stick.
Yeah, he's had a big game. I mean, we talked about the size of Brother Rice, but DC Temple, he's 6'7". He's the biggest guy on the court. Brother Rice is big in numbers. DC Temple is just big.
Williams in and out, tough luck miss there, and Kareem corrals. Tied at 27. Jack on the attack down the boulevard, lay-in, blew it. Got his own miss, though. Doing Jack-like things. Corner right, no. Offensive rebound, Trey, and he'll go line left and get 2 freebies with the clock stopped with 4:31 to go.
He has such a knack of finding the basketball wherever it is on the court, especially on the offensive rebounding end and the defensive rebounding end, but he just gets in the right position at all times. Look at, you'll see Jack take the shot, and you'll just watch him sneak in. Nobody touched him. He beat Garrity, was able to not get the block out on him, and now he's at the line shooting 2. St. Mary's, once again, nobody with the box out.
He's got that 6th sense just to know a feel for the game to go with that ultra-talented and hard-working body. St. Mary's by 1. One more for Trey. And he now has a dozen points to lead and match the high score Williams for for Brother Rice. Country Day not far from Brother Rice, at least distance-wise I wasn't too far
about
off.
a mile. About a mile right there on Losser.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of action ahead. Don't forget, we've got a game on Sunday. The Motor City Cruise, 3 o'clock start against the Skyforce. But right now, full court prep. St. Mary's, Brother Rice, coming back. Want to tell you about our friends at Work 365. James Gonzalez, the president, CEO of this fine fitness facility just up the road in Sylvan Lake. 248-875-3188. Email them, info@work365fitness.com. Saw James earlier today. He's even more carved up. That picture's not doing him justice. Somebody give Dookie a better picture. What's your nickname for him?
Booby.
Oh, Booby.
That's
okay.
not my nickname. That's his family name.
Oh, right.
I graduated with James Gonzalez.
That's right. Great man.
Booby.
Saw him before the game. Always a smile. Always good spirits. And if you've ever been to his class, you've been through a great workout and you feel good after. Great people over there. Give him a holler. Brother Rice on the attack, trying to tie or take the lead. Williams for the lead. No. Hustle rebound by Gilmore. Back to Garrity. Lay-in blew the bunny. And a foul on DC Temple. That'll be his second.
Ooh. Bit of a bailout call after the blown bunny. But it looks like he did get his hand when he knocked the rebound away. Let's see if we can get a good look at this. Great defense by St. Mary's. They're closing out. Big shot there, missed. Good offensive rebound. There you go, Garrity cutting. Oof, that looked pretty clean on the replay.
Yeah. Detroit Catholic Central is leading De La Salle by 3 at halftime. De La Salle are number 3 team, CC are number 6 team. Pershing against Cass Tech, we will take a peek at. Williams to the hole, right hand lay-in, left side of the glass is good. And Williams starting to put on a show. He has 2 touchdowns himself. And we're tied at 29.
Well, that's what we said. He had to be the guy for Brother Rice if they wanted to get this win tonight against Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and he's being the guy.
DC trying to get position. Kareem takes a 3, no. And here come the Warriors on the push. And Blackwell is fouled with the body below. It's going to go on Jack Crichton. That'll be his first and the team's second here in the third quarter.
St. Mary's foul, number 22, Jack Crichton.
Well, we've definitely seen a lot more scoring so far in this third quarter than we did in the first and the second. Both teams pretty much matching their point total already with 9 apiece when they had 10 in the first quarter. So at least the scoring's starting to pick up. They're starting to figure each other out just a little bit more, and I think we're gearing up for a crazy fourth quarter.
Yep. You get a look at Rick Palmer, the former product of Albion. He was the point guard. He played with Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas was an All-American at Albion and a teammate of Rick Palmer. Imagine the brains on that team. They went to the Sweet 16 or Final Four, I believe. And a great squad. They get together. They're still tight. St. Mary's basketball down by 2. Brother Rice with a lead on the road, trying to answer after their 19-point loss at home to UAD. This shot short there, Stick.
Yeah, he got his shot. A nice little jump stop in the lane. Just could not convert. Nice steal by Kareem.
Kareem Cat quick across the timeline to Trey. Open for 3 in front of his own bench. No. Great box out by Gilmore, and here comes Rice on the run. Curtis. Sweet pass down low to Blackwell. Back out. And Warren's shot is rejected by Temple.
6'7", 7-foot wingspan. You're going to be able to get over and block some shots in the corner. Anybody else from St. Mary's probably doesn't get to that one, but DC Temple did.
And some athletic ability to boot. He'll check out. Jack Crichton also out of the game. And Sherrod Barnes in along with Bart Kapusa, the senior from Poland. Pull-up 15-footer is fresh, and that's banged home by Blackwell. And Brother Rice now with a 4-point lead, 2 minutes left, and Todd Covert wants timeout.
No, he got teed up. He does not want timeout. He's getting teed up.
Oh,
he
boy.
was giving it to the official all the way down the court, wanting the push-off offensive foul because they called it on Kareem at the end of the first half, and he wanted it called on Brother Rice here in the second half.
Let's take a look and see what he was calling about. Now,
he is not pleased right now. Suit coat is off.
Yep. Free throw with nobody around for Williams. It's a lonely place. And he missed it. I always thought this is detrimental to a kid who's getting rewarded or a team that's getting rewarded to have nobody around him. Nobody around him. Why?
It is weird, especially when you're out there all by yourself. But
Yeah.
you know what? It's supposed to make it easier, honestly.
Yeah.
No distractions.
Interested. I wonder the psychology of all that.
We'll have to look into that.
Or not.
Do some research.
Random thoughts from the booth. 2:02 left until the third quarter expires. Rick Palmer having friendly conversation with the St. Mary's bench. These two teams are fairly friendly. Certain teams that are a little bit colder towards one another in this conference, this division, and Brother Rice and St. Mary's, at least for the moment, have been pretty cozy with one another.
Well, what's their record? St. Mary's beat them 6 times in a row. You get a little humbled then, but if they start winning and this becomes a real big rivalry, it will not be as friendly anymore.
Right. St. Mary's has won 6 in a row. 2019, the streak started with a 70-39 win, and it has carried through up until last year's win.
And they've won 12 of the last 13.
And 12 of the last 13, that's right. 151 left, 5-point lead. Brother Rice trying to add to it, but it's a turnover on the baseline. John Blackwell's wears a size 14.
He didn't establish himself. He ran from out of bounds and stepped inbounds without establishing himself before his feet touched the ground. That's why they called it out of bounds.
All right. Eaglets down 5. Brother Rice on the defensive set here. Barnes on the bounce to the hole and threw it away. Oh, they're going to say that's off of Brother Rice, and the officials are going to change
get overruled.
Yeah, they're going to change this call, most likely.
No, they're keeping it.
Okay.
I thought it was off St. Mary's as well.
Whenever you see another official come sprinting in like Edwin Moses, I mean, it's usually going to be a change. We take a look here. Of course, we got it's anybody's guess. We're not going to analyze that any further. Javon to the rack. 2-way layup. Down it and a foul. 2 feet, 2 hands off the glass. 2 points plus the bonus.
And he's been relatively quiet in this game, only 5 points to this point. So if I'm St. Mary's, you're hoping that he catches fire soon, because we know when he gets hot, he can hit it.
Javon in this game, there's St. Mary's rather in this game, 33%, Brother Rice 35%. Free throws 4 of 7 for the Eaglets, 7 of 9 for Brother Rice.
And it looks like that was the 3rd foul on Williams for Brother Rice.
That is noteworthy, and he will exit. Thanks for picking up on that. And Warren Marshall will check in for Brother Rice.
I can't take the credit. Pat the Stat told me.
Pat the Stat all over it. And what do we got here? Officials trying to sort this thing out. It'll be Brother Rice basketball. They're up 2. Brother Rice trying to get their first Catholic League win. St. Mary's trying to win their 30th straight regular season game in a row, a streak that started against De La Salle 2 years ago.
And that is a crazy streak, too. 30 games in a row regular season. Obviously, they give up a couple of those to have a state championship in there and not lose in the semifinals last year. But still, be proud of that streak.
That's right. Under a minute left. Johnny Blackwell traveled. They didn't catch it. Banker no good. Lost it out of bounds. Back to St. Mary's.
Well, this game has been tight the whole way through, and I love this. Going into the 4th quarter, we're going to have another tight one.
Strap it in. Bart Kapusa down the boulevard. 2-handed hammer, missed it. The old fake 3, and he went in for the dunk. And this crowd would have lost themselves.
Oh, my God. His eyes lit up. But all he had to do was lay it off the backboard. Nice little finger roll, but he wanted it all on that.
Oh, man.
And you know what's crazy? He can knock down that corner 3, too, so you got to respect it.
He came charging in like a deer. Top side. Javon for 3 now. Brother Rice wants the final shot. They want the lead going to the 4th. It looks like that's what Rick Palmer's setting up.
I don't blame him. Smart basketball.
Kalen Lucas, the all-time leading scorer at St. Mary's, 1,688 points. Blackwell around the corner. Garrity to Thomas for 3. Air ball. Great defense by Kapusa. And he'll get a 3 off too late. And that's how the 3rd quarter ends. Brother Rice with a 2-point bump on the road. Showing out at Orchard Lake tonight. Friday Night Lights inside Dombrowski. We're coming back for the final 8 minutes of this game next.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Want to thank Tony's Deli and Restaurant. What a great meal they provided for all of our crew members tonight. We appreciate it. Delicious food. Tony's Deli Restaurant. Check them out just up the road. Go after the game. 248-683-3344. Located down the street on Orchard Lake Road, 3258. Thank you to Tony, Sonia, and all the great folks at Tony's Deli. St. Mary's shooting 32% of the game. Brother Rice 33. Both teams shooting 21% from downtown. It's been very even, and the score indicates that as well, Stick.
Yeah, Brother Rice with a 2-point lead coming into the 4th, and we'll see how that plays out.
Trey McKinney quenches from the left elbow. We're tied at 34, and Trey has 2 touchdowns to lead the Eaglets.
And here we go, tie ball game, 4th quarter. Who wants it more? St. Mary's back in their zone.
Blackwell, who transferred from Novi Christian Academy last year. Show and go Thomas. Hot knife through butter to the hole. And nobody can stop the X-Man right now. He has 7.
Yeah, you have to close out on him. He's got such a sweet three-point shot when he's open. He's able to blow by the defender.
Kareem with 3 fouls has been less of a factor in the second half. Hannah draws the foul in the double team at the mid-post.
It's an interesting foul. I'm not sure completely about that. It's interesting how these officials, early on, they were letting them play, and lately, late in the third and in the fourth, they've been getting some touch fouls here and there.
Trey rises and fires and misses from 17 on the left wing. Here comes Rice with a 2-point lead.
Nice little crossover.
Real nice. 18-footer and fresh, and that's why the 6'5" point guard, John Blackwell, has a lot of college coaches really giddy. Temple has it swatted out of there. Rice has numbers. Williams open 3. In and out, no. Tip back, Garrity, no. Thomas, no. But a foul, and Brother Rice is just all over the glass.
Dominating it. I mean, they got to get DC Temple some help down there because Brother Rice is crashing the boards with 3 or 4 guys, and it's just DC down there by himself. And you give Brother Rice this many shots at the hoop, this is what's going to happen. They're a good team.
Yeah, sorry, Stick. And that started with Kareem Rozier being the odd man left behind. You cannot give Brother Rice an odd man rush. First free throw's up and good. 8 points now for Xavier Thomas. Brother Rice's junior forward.
If I'm Coach Colbert, maybe I'm taking a timeout early in this fourth quarter to kind of settle the tide. 6-point lead. 6 points is a lot in this game.
Yep. 6:24 left in this one. St. Mary's 7-0, and their 29-game streak on the line, and they're fired up.
And you think Coach was listening? He called the timeout, settled down the team. Brother Rice, their whole bench is up. The coach is fired up. They are into this game. And we talked about it. Losing their last game, the fashion that they did. This is a pride game for them, too. This is a bounce-back pride game. This is a gut check.
No doubt. Want to tell you about a modern agent with unmatched marketing and response time, professional photography, and tours. TJ Zawicki Real Estate, sales and marketing executive, guaranteed to exceed your every expectation and to get you results and to treat you as if you were his own family. 23 years of experience. You don't think experience matters? Huh, it does. Find out why hundreds of millions in sales goes to TJ Zawicki. TJ Sells at gmail.com, www.tj-sells.com, 248-321-5914. Also want to give a shout out to Ted Zawicki, who's listening tonight and dealing with some sickness. Ted, get better. We love you, baby. Teddy Two-Step, known for his dancing. You should see Ted Zawicki get on the dance floor now. He can boogie. Out of the timeout, Stick, what do you want to see with Brother Rice up by 6?
If I'm Brother Rice, hard defense like they're doing. You know, St. Mary's came out aggressive in the second half, driving to the basket, and they're continuing to do that. But they're going to have to start knocking down some jump shots and get some three-pointers.
Brother Rice with all the momentum. They got the stop there. The Eaglets on the defensive end now, man-to-man. And a timeout for Rick Palmer.
Interesting. I think you could tell both coaches are feeling it right about now that this is a turning point in the game. St. Mary's with the timeout. Even though Brother Rice got the stop on this end, they come back and call a timeout on their end, too. Interesting strategery going on right now with the coaches.
It is sort of both ends of the spectrum getting timeouts. All right, want to tell you all about Work 365. James Gonzalez. Look, the mission there is simple. They want to help athletes dominate their sport with the top training and coaching and athleticism, nutrition, and mental toughness. Work 365, fitness professional sports training, and it quickly fills the gap between where you're at and where you're destined to be. Greatness is within you. 248-875-3188. Info at work365.com. Work 365 in Sylvan Lake, Michigan. All right, under 6 minutes to go. 6-point Brother Rice lead. St. Mary's defensively, your possessions start to get limited here. These are important.
Yeah, very important, especially with how hard it's been for them to score.
Garrity for 3, short. But an offensive rebound by Brother Rice, and Blackwell resets. Two-timed in the corner by Hannah and Crichton. And Thomas finds Gilmore with a lay-in that lids off. And Brother Rice with a chance to build their largest lead up to 8. Trey McKinney with a hard foul. One of the keys for Todd Covert and his team was no easy buckets in this game. Well, there was no easy bucket there. Gilmore's going to have to earn it line right. This is a sophomore at 6'5", Keithan Gilmore. And he rattles it in. Brother Rice has been great from the free throw line tonight. Much improved from what they did against Carmen Ainsworth. They're now 10 of 12 in this game. And that's important.
Those free throws are very important, especially in a close game like this. A defensive battle when hitting field goals is tough. Getting them at the stripe, definitely a benefit.
Yep. Splits the pair, though. It's a 7-point game. Rice by a touchdown. Brother Rice ended St. Mary's season in football this past year. Down the avenue, Kareem, actually the last 2 years. Speaking of football scores and numbers here. 5:07 left. That foul is going to go on Xavier Thomas, Keithan Gilmore. But the bonus awaits St. Mary's with the next Brother Rice foul the rest of the way.
So they're essentially in the bonus now.
Yep.
And Javon Hanna needs to get going.
Just 6 points in this game. It's like he heard you, but he didn't finish. Kareem, though, gets the loose change. Back to Trey. 4-3 splash city.
Massive shot by the freshman Trey McKinney. You do not want to leave that man open beyond the arc.
Playing at a high level. A generational talent, Todd Covert calls him. The best freshman since Chris Webber. There's a steal by Javon with his team down 4 and a 3-on-4 the other way. Off the mark long.
And you wonder at what point is St. Mary's going to start a full court press, start trying to speed up Brother Rice to get some more possessions into this game. Because you're still down 4. I know there's 4 minutes left, but 4.
Kareem with a steal attempt, and he baits Blackwell into a foul. That's a big one, partner.
But that's what I was talking about, just creating pressure, creating turnovers, doing those things. Obviously, that wasn't the full court press, but he's picking up defense at half court, which they hadn't been doing the entire game.
Taking risks, starting to gamble.
You have to.
Yeah.
St. Mary's, like we talked about, they've been up and blown leads. They haven't really come back from leads yet this season, so this is a test for them as well.
That's right. Left corner, Crichton, dribble drive, baseline left, back to Kareem. High ball screen, DC. Baseline lay-in, no. And McKinney saves it.
They are letting them be physical again.
Yep, the brawl continues. And Dabrowski. And it's picking up both ways. 3:30 left. Brother Rice by 4. McKinney getting on the deck. Ball's loose. Kareem will pick it up. Or will he?
Yes.
Force it up and lay it in. 5-9 over 6-4. But Kareem willed it. And it's a 2-point game with Javon Hanna hitting the deck at midcourt. Slipped on something. What is going on here?
Chaos, bedlam, insanity. Here comes Klaus with the little mop to make sure that everybody... And it looks like these players are talking a little bit to each other too. Starting to be a fun game that we knew was going to happen, right? And I liked the defensive assignment that St. Mary's did, putting Trey McKinney on Xavier, bringing the ball up the court the last time. DC has pretty much been guarding them the whole game. So even that little bit, and you saw the extra effort by McKinney getting on the floor, That's the want we were talking about. Remember, who wants it more? Getting
Yep.
on the floor like that. You want it more.
Statement play. And we see the separation of Blackwell, Trey. That's a freshman. He's not intimidated. He's not scared. And neither's Blackwell.
No.
It's a tough kid. His father played at Illinois. There's a lot of pedigree there, a lot of talent, great vision.
There's no back down in either of these teams, and that's why we're sitting here at a 2-point ball game with 3 minutes to go.
Yep. So officials will sort this thing out.
Well, I think they called timeout because Javon Hanna was down, so he can't be injured and stay in the game.
Yeah,
so
check him out.
I think they're checking him out at least for the next possession.
Yep, good catch.
Checking in for Brother Rice, number 32, Xavier Thomas.
.3:15 left. It'll be Brother Rice to go 3/4 court.
St. Mary's student section absolutely giving it to the Brother Rice player standing right in front of it right now.
Last year, it was tied at 46. And Kareem Rozier's triple won it with no time or very little time remaining. We're headed to a similar finish. Blackwell backs it out against Kareem, the super junior. And we've got a whistle and a foul on Kareem, and that is his 4th foul. Is that right? No, a timeout. Okay. No foul, a timeout. We'll take it with him. 2:59 left. Come on back. This is the Prep. Can't say enough about Tony's Deli and Restaurant, 248-683-3344. Orchard Lake Road, just up the road from here. Check them out. Delicious food. What did you get?
I had the pastrami. Delicious.
Oh, I had corned beef and pastrami. It was amazing.
You can't go wrong. Deli sandwiches, you could not go wrong.
No, sir. Thank you to Tony's Deli. We appreciate them feeding all 12 members of our crew. We've got a scoring update from Jan and Pat the Stat. And Lakita Gann's even in the house helping out. 45-35 is the score. Catholic Central by 10 over De La Salle to start the 4th. That's impressive. Thank you. So here we go. Brother Rice basketball up by 2, under 3 minutes left. Rebounding from that 19-point loss to UAD with a great effort tonight at St. Mary's, but it's all for naught if they don't finish the deal. Great atmosphere in this sold-out gym.
Once again, putting Trey McKinney on Xavier.
Travel is the call.
Oh, wow. That could have gone either way. I'm telling you, there was some contact on that, but he was out of control, so I'm glad the officials don't bail out an out-of-control player. But I've seen that called the other way 1,000 times, too.
Agree. I think you said it perfectly. Bail out an out-of-control player. Sean Klaus, look at Sean Klaus.
We're giving it up for Klaus.
36 years, Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
And he's wearing pants, not shorts.
He should not be cleaning the floor. He is overqualified. That's Sean Klaus, offensive line coach, St. Mary's, defensive line coach.
He's an author, for God's sakes.
He is an author. That's right.
He's got his own book out.
Sean Klaus, a teacher,
heck of
coach.
An earth science teacher.
Yeah, I had John Ryan for Earth Science. I wasn't as fortunate to have Sean Klaus. Boy, do we have fun in Mr. Ryan's class. Todd Covert had Mr. Ryan in science. Here we go. 2-point lead for Brother Rice. 2:22 left. Trey on the left wing, back to Javon, the future Bronco, to Western Michigan. Floats it in the paint, and he rolls it in. And we're tied at 41 with 2:10 to go in this one. And a rowdy Orchard Lake. Look at the Red Rowdies going crazy.
And that's what you've been expecting out of Javon the whole game. He can get in the lane. If he squares his shoulders with that balance, he can knock those shots down easily.
Garrity in the left point in a tie game, a show and go for Williams. Jack Crichton gets the toughest assignments defensively, and he's got a tough one here checking Williams. Dump pass, down low, lay in, good. That's a really nice two-man game there.
Yeah, Trey McKinney went for the steal, left his man wide open, and a great find by Brother Rice for the easy layup to go up to.
What a battle. 90 seconds left. Kareem feeling out this Rice defense. Has just been sticky Rice all night. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 1:24 left. We're coming back. 84 seconds left. Don't go anywhere. This is the Prep. Contact our friend James Gonzalez and the fine folks, the hardworking folks, Work 365, 248-875-3188. Info at work365fitness.com. James's brother Jermaine, named the Orchard Lake St. Mary's new athletic director and football coach. He will take over for the legendary George Porritt, who has 6 state titles to his credit.
I mean, if he can match what Porritt did, I think everybody will be excited.
We wish him the best of luck, and we certainly have his back, and we certainly appreciate what George Porritt has done here. Coach Porritt is a legend. Football state championship, a basketball state championship in 2000 for Coach Porritt. And how about 2 state titles in lacrosse? Coach didn't even know how to hold a lacrosse stick when he started.
He picked up a book, read how to coach lacrosse, and won state titles.
Won 2 of them, no big deal. So
helps when you have Jay Penske and Casey Olnichek on your team.
Never mind that. 53 seconds left. Eaglets down 2. Kareem in the paint, forces it up and is fouled going baseline left. And Rick Palmer can't believe it. It's going to go on Xavier Thomas. And that is going to be his 3rd foul. Line left, Kareem Rozier with a chance to tie this game.
And you could see when they were doing the pick and roll, Trey McKinney was coming at him yelling pop, 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 pop. So he was not rolling to the basket. He was looking for that roll 3-pointer. It wasn't there, so of course Kareem takes it to the hoop.
Gets rewarded. Kareem, 10 points tonight. The senior headed to Duquesne High Major School, private in the city of Pittsburgh. Kareem, a leader on this team in this school, and he's been a 4-year varsity player. From the time he was a 14-year-old freshman, this kid has meant so much to this program in this school.
And he's played with some great athletes to come through this as well. You know, you talk about Julian Roper last year, Bowman the year before that.
And led them.
Yeah. He's had some great teammates.
He has. I can recall him as a freshman grabbing seniors by the jersey, getting in their face. Skills that you don't see.
Well, you got to earn that respect too, you know?
Yep.
And so he has to have the skills to get that respect, and he's clearly shown it.
You earn it in big-time moments. Kareem Rozier, again, an example. He hits 2 free throws. We're tied at 43.
You think Rice is going to try to hold it for the last shot?
I do. Blackwell with it. Last year it was St. Mary's with a final shot. This year it's Brother Rice, or so it appears, the opportunity presenting itself. Ball loose, and Crichton hustles and nearly steals one away from Williams. Look at Jack Crichton getting dirty.
Quick hands.
Fast feet. Quick hands, fast feet. Not something folks will often credit Crichton with, but he's got it all. Javon Hanna harassing the inbounder. 20 seconds left.
It's about the time everybody in the stands starts standing.
Yep, it's appropriate. Blackwell and a timeout from Rick Palmer. 11.3 seconds left. We'll keep it right here. Tied at 43. Last year, tied at 46. St. Mary's with the final possession. Kareem Rozier sticks along 3. A second and a half left. Brother Rice couldn't do anything with that. Right now, we're set up for another dandy.
Yeah, and if you're in the timeout right now with Brother Rice, you've got to be drawing something up for Williams. That's my go-to guy. That's the guy I got to focus on. And for St. Mary's, you got to know that. but you can't help out too much and leave like a Garrity open in the corner, or, you know, Xavier can hit any shot from anywhere. So they're a tough matchup, especially if you're trying to defend for one last shot, because you know you kind of got to sell out on Williams, and that's going to open up some other guys.
Yep. St. Mary's trying to extend their win streak to 30 games in the regular season, a win streak that goes back to the loss to Flint Beecher in the Horatio Williams Freedom Classic 2 years ago. They've been #1 ranked in the state of Michigan since then for every week for the last 2.5 years, except for the week after they lost that game to Beecher. They regained #1 standing the following week. So we're tied at 43, 11.3 seconds left. A lot on the line. You want to see Williams with the basketball here.
You have to see it. If he doesn't touch the basketball on this possession, there's something really wrong.
I agree. Xavier Thomas to trigger. John Blackwell, the point guard, with it. Kareem into shorts. 9 seconds left. Tie game.
There he is, coming off a pick.
Williams open 19-footer for the win, and he buries it with 2 seconds left. And Brother Rice has stolen one in Orchard Lake.
I'm not sure if the officials are going to put some time back on the clock or not.
There should be about 2 seconds left, I believe. But how about the shot for Brother Rice and the open look that Williams created for himself, Stick?
Yeah, no, it's official, man. The officials are literally walking off the court.
Brother Rice on the road beats St. Mary's.
What a great shot, and that's the guy you had to worry about, Chad. You know, they ran a great play for him, an up pick off the baseline. He was able to get the open jumper. The pump fake really opened him up. That showed a lot of poise, a lot of confidence, and he was able to knock the shot down. Here he is coming off the pump fake. You have to sell out for it, and he just knocked down the shot. Big-time players make big-time plays.
What a great individual play to get lose Crichton and stick that shot. Brother Rice beat St. Mary's the same way that the Eaglets beat De La Salle back on Tuesday night.
Great game tonight. Absolutely great game by both teams. Brother Rice, you can look at yourself in the mirror now after taking that L against U of D, understand what it means, and understand that you have that championship caliber.
Yep. Both teams showing out tonight in the Catholic League. Brother Rice, though, comes away the winner with a win in come-from-behind fashion at times. They trailed for 6 points at one point, but they had times in this game where they did look in control, and they looked fully rebounded from Tuesday night's home loss back in Birmingham. We're back to wrap this thing up from Orchard Lake in a moment. Brother Rice wins it 45-43.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate!
Here's the game-winning shot. Curtis Williams got loose, found space on his own, lost Crichton, and sticks it. A game-winning shot. Sam Stickday and Chad Bush back with you from Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Dabrowski Fieldhouse. How about the game winner? Brother Rice wins it They rebound it, and they get a big-time shot from their best player.
Yeah, they earned every bit of it. On the defensive end, on the offensive end, it was a struggle for both teams all night. But, when the coach called the timeout, we said the one guy you got to get the ball in his hands is Williams. And what did they do? They drew up a great play. They didn't just run out a pick and roll for him. They ran him off a baseline screen. He was able to get the ball at the top of the key. Nice pump fake, overcommit by the St. Mary's defender, and splash game time.
Yeah, and it was part of a game that saw several ties back and forth. There you see St. Mary's getting off. They had an early lead, led by as many as 6. And then Brother Rice came back and got momentum in the second quarter and built their lead up to 7 stick.
Yeah, it was a back-and-forth game. I mean, a couple little streaks for both teams, little runs, and at the end, it really was. Whoever wound up with the basketball at the end was going to win this game, right? We knew it was going to be that type of game, that type of battle, and you got to hand it to Brother Rice, especially coming back off of that big-time loss. And we talked about it in the pregame, though. What does going to double overtime against the De La Salle do to you coming into this game? It's hard to get up for this game when that game was so intense, but for Brother Rice, it's the exact opposite. They had to be up for this game. Otherwise, their season was going to start looking pretty bad.
It was, and you teased that in the beginning, that this was kind of the perfect storm for both sides to be a little bit too giddy one way or the other.
It was a gut check for both sides.
Yeah.
Like, listen, can you get up again and take on another tough competitor? You knew this week was going to be a gauntlet for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and they couldn't match the energy of Brother Rice.
Yep. See the hustle play there by Kareem Rozier. 17 points for Williams, 17 for Trey McKinney to lead the way. Other double figure scored, Xavier Thomas with 11, the only other Warrior in double figures, and a dozen for Kareem Rozier in double figures. Javon Hanna held to 8 points. You got to really give it to Brother Rice for the way they defended the potential all-state player for Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Yeah, he just could not get it going tonight, and he was trying to drive the lane, but we talked about it in the pregame. Brother Rice is just big all over the place. No matter who they bring to you, it's a guy that's 6'5", 6'4", so they have the size in almost every single position, and that gave St. Mary's problems early in the game, and it gave them problems late in the game.
Yeah, it sure did. All in all tonight, Brother Rice with a fine 45-43 win at Orchard Lake. It snaps the Eaglets' 29-game win streak, and Brother Rice is able to go 1-1 this week. And anytime you go 1-1 this week and you win one on the road, it feels like 2 wins, doesn't it? And Brother Rice did that here tonight.
Well, and you're thinking about Brother Rice. They were ranked number 2 in our rankings, and they lose big at home. So you're thinking, oh, they're going to drop out. And then, oh, my God, they beat the number 1 team. So where are they going to fall in the rankings this week? Because that's a pretty big up and down swing in the course of 2 days.
I'm glad you asked, because we'll have the rankings out on Sunday night or Monday morning. I want to thank all the fine folks and the great crew that we have here. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Ali Hadi, your assistant producer. Evan Westfall on graphics. I want to thank Jamie Janssen and Pat Bush on stats. Chase Kaufman on a camera. Also,
Fish.
How about Fish? Where's Fish?
Right there.
There's Fish. Samuel, the Fisher on camera 1 doing great work. How about Evan Westfall on graphics? We appreciate his hard work. Thank you to James Ferris, Julia Pisano, Pat Bush on stats, Lakita Gans helping on the scoreboard. And let's not forget the newest edition of the Prep, Coleman all the way up from downriver.
Give it up.
To make his Prep debut, Mr. Schwartz doing great things. Thank you so much for your hard work. We are the Prep. Thanks for watching. We're at you on Sunday. Sunday, we've got Motor City Cruise basketball, 3 o'clock. Don't miss it. We'll talk to you then. Final score tonight, Brother Rice 45, St. Mary's 43. We are the Prep. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.